Hello, greetings. The Hyundai India representatives, Sri Kim, if I may say so, and NDTV. This is a great high-impact partnership, if I may say so. Hyundai is running a Samarth program. I haven't read these recommendations, but I believe they're coming from a right place. And they're coming after a well-researched outreach. NDTV brings a certain visibility, and Hyundai brings a certain social aptitude. I think this is a cause, an issue that personally I can deeply identify with. And it's one of the pillars of the Indian ethos, our societal way of thinking, our social practice. Growth is important. The pace of Indian growth, whether it's in the stock market or it's in the economy, is something that is being talked about throughout the globe. And as India positions itself as an attractive market, as a marketplace, as a producer, as an attractive investment opportunity, as a global competitor, we must also position ourselves as a society that is inclusive, a growth that is inclusive, that reaches all parts of our country, considering our regional requirements, our communities. And a strong aspect of that is looking at those who have been born with something that was referred to as handicaps, but the present government has referred to that community as Divyangs, as being specially abled. So I think this is an aspect which is very important, and I think our para-athletes in particular are playing a vital role. Sports is competitive. Sports helps all of us, the viewers, people who are cheerleaders for the sports persons, people who in our imagination can put ourselves on the field when we watch a sports person perform. For all of us, our sports champions help us reach the highest of our imagination. I remember as a young man, in politics I am still a young man, but it's all relative. Watching on the field, when Tendulkar walked out, the cheers of his name, or the Tufan of Dhanraj Pillai, his speed when he was running on the hockey field. Those are times when you could feel your goosebumps, and you could feel great cheering for Indian sports persons who are competing at the global stage. I felt the same tingle, the same sense of warmth, same sense of pride when I saw our Paralympians perform, achieve, and win. I'm so proud that NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, has actually made Preeti Pal our ambassador. She's won 2 medals for India. She made a record in herself. I visited her village. It's a very small village. And you can imagine when you visit a village, what is the glass ceiling for them? What can they hope to achieve at a moment where the entire village is won? It is not just Preeti Pal who has won. Every villager was with her in the sense of pride and achievement. And I visited her small house, I visited her family. Villagers came and told me, sir, हमारे यहाँ शमशान घाट बनवा दीजिए, हमारे यहाँ तालाब का सौंदर्यीकरण करा लीजिए. The pond, the village pond, is not developed. They don't have a place where they can pay their last respects to people who have died from their village. So these are very base level aspirations that collectively as a nation we must fulfill. And I feel that if Hyundai, NDTV, our corporates of our country come together, they're doing a lot of CSR. Our government, our ministries, if we direct our resources towards uplifting the people, just as a beginning, as a start, from the villages of our sports persons, I think we'll create a new churn in Indian society. We'll create a new aspiration for all young people in our country. I'm an MP who's given my entire MP lad, and you know there are pressures on us. Sir, सड़क बना दीजिए, नाली बनवा दीजिए, पीने का पानी की व्यवस्था नहीं है, विद्युतीकरण नहीं है, सर हमारे कॉलेज में कमरा बनवा दीजिए, कंप्यूटर लैब दे दीजिए. These are all important concerns. I have said I'm going to give my entire MP lad towards creating sports infrastructure. Because I truly believe it is uplifting us. It is helping our young people break through barriers. And there are many barriers. We are not unique in constructing barriers for our own people. These barriers exist in every society, through the prism of class, through whatever prism of elitism that we create for our own society to divide them. But in Indian society, that prism is caste. That prism is urban and rural. And beyond that, it is also class. So there are many barriers that we need to break. I think sports is one platform where people don't care. When we see a champion, we recognize that person's hard work, endurance, talent, we are cheering for them. We don't care where they come from. And that is the spirit where you need to look at our specially abled. It doesn't matter where they are born. It doesn't matter what circumstances they are born with. Their physicality shouldn't matter. So that sense, core sense of humanity, I think sports is a powerful, powerful way of addressing that concern. So I'm so happy that you have done this. I'm in charge of 2 departments which directly deal with our future aspirations. Firstly, this is a government that is not looking at just 5 years. It is want in every politician to win an election and then worry about the next one. This is not our mandate to think about what's going to happen in 25 years. But here we have a government that is enunciating that is communicating that is asking entire country to believe with us, to aspire for that, to think about themselves, think about our society, think about our nation. So it's a forward-looking, aspirational policy and program. And in line with that, our education policy is also a progressive document. We can have combative spirits, which is the basic tenet of democracy, where some states are saying, no, we reject this policy because it is creating a monopoly of language. Those are politically nuanced positions. But the actual truth is, and I invite all of you to actually read the NEP document, the National Education Policy 2020 document, because it is asking us to contextualize at the level of the student, at the level of the language spoken by the local community, so that the medium of instruction is also localized and contextualized. It is creating that mandate for us. It is up to us how much we can achieve. We have 22 scheduled languages in our constitutional scheme of things. We are now providing primers. We're taking our curriculum, we're taking our books, and we're giving them to the states in all those 22 languages. And we're saying that language is just a medium. It is the idea that is powerful. It is the thought, it is the desire to innovate, to think beyond boundaries, to break those barriers. If we are able to seed that ability, capability, competence in every student and child of India, that is the way, that is the pathway to a developed country by 2047. So I commend our policy, I think it is very progressive. I have a big mandate to fulfill. And as far as looking at the specially abled, looking at developing curriculum, looking at re-engineering our school infrastructure so that everyone can comprehend and be a part of that system. Currently, if you look at it, 78% of our school infrastructure is now it has been re-engineered. There are ramps. There is a capability. It was not there before, but now we are looking at that very progressively. Also, we have in Skill Ministry a separate council from 2015, which is designed for looking at the needs and aspirations of the specially abled. And around 323 curriculum has been prepared by the Skill Council across 28 sectors, 28 important vital sectors of the economy. And they are actually providing skilling programs. 1.7 lakh people have already been given skill training with regards to this curriculum, with regards to these job roles, who come from that background. So these are small steps. I thank Samarth that I'm sure in this document, it's a great looking folder, and they have some good ideas. I'll just say that, we're trying to fulfill the mandate and the belief that you have bestowed on us. George Evans said that, and I believe that every student can learn, not on the same day, not in the same way. I think that is the way in education and skilling we need to look at it throughout the entire ecosystem and embrace people who come from different backgrounds with a different ethic and give them that opportunity to exceed expectations. With that, I thank this gathering.